Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. The reading today will cover March 16th through the 22nd. That includes the equinox and the sun moving into Aries on the 19th. I will do a special video for that. That will come out on Thursday the 19th. Before I get to what I saw when I got into your energy, I want to take a moment to thank you so much for connecting. This past couple of readings, there's been a lot of when I sit down to get into your energy, I write down all of the names that I get from the comments for each sign so that I can focus on your energy in particular. If you've hit the like button, you've connected your energy to mine. And so I really try to focus on that so that the readings that you get are more likely to be very valid for you if you've connected energy with me, or if you hit that like button now, you're going to connect your energy now, or leave me an emoji or comment so I can put your name down. It helps to grow my channel, but more importantly, it allows me to give you messages that I think are more valid and more helpful to you. So I just want to thank everybody that joined in to do that. You guys already have a great card starting out here. So what I saw when I got into your energy, I saw it was like a raindrop that was dripping off of a leaf, and it was dripping down into a puddle, and I watched as it dropped into the puddle, and like at the start, just when it starts sprinkling, and how like the drop comes in and it spreads out and the little rings, so it's almost like the actions that you take have actions that it moves out, and it affects other things, and it moves other things. And then suddenly the rain picked up and there was a downpour, and it caused a little stream that flowed out. And then I watched this a little teeny stream flowing down like an asphalt road. And so I'm already really loving the reading. So what I wrote down was your actions. Remember that there's cause and effect. So taking an action will create an effect. What would you like that effect to be, positive or negative, right? When you drop that pebble into the still pond, it's going to change things. So higher vibrational energy is encouraged at this time. Also, releasing of emotions. Don't hang on to your emotions so tight that they come out in a downpour, and it creates a stream that might wash things away that might not be what you want. But then there's also something very healing and cleansing about that good cry, right? So if that's what you need to do, that's what you need to do. But I wanted to encourage you to look around and look for the creative opportunities. Water is about motion and finding the balance, but there was a lot of green and there was a lot of growth, and so creation, right? Creative energies. So during this pause in the action around the world, where we're all kind of being encouraged to pull into our own little tight-knit communities and gather around and get to know our family a little better than we may or may not want to, it's an opportunity to really reconnect, but it's also an opportunity for you to focus on what is it you want to create. And so using this as an opportunity to decide where you want to create something. I remember when I was a kid, and I saw this while I was in your vision. I saw there was this place in our yard that was kind of muddy. It was second base of our kickball field, and but when it would rain, I would always go out there and I would build little streets and rivers, and the water would flow around, and I'd put sticks in it, and it would move, and it was a creative energy that was used from the emotional waters that were coming down. And so allowing the inspiration, the water could actually be inspiration flowing to you from spirit. So be open to what you're hearing, what you're feeling. Watch out for the energies this week, because right now we've got Mercury moving into Pisces on Monday. When that happens, people are going to be expressing their emotions a little more, which can be a good thing. It can also be too much, because when we've got the sun moving into Aries on Wednesday. Now it's heating up those emotions. And then on Saturday, Saturn moves out of Capricorn into Aquarius. And so the boundaries are shifting and changing, and it's around the air signs now. And so where the limitations and the boundaries of what should be exposed to the air, what should you be putting out there. So things just to kind of keep in mind that could get a little dicey this week. There's a lot of opportunity for some pretty intense energy. And so on 12:25 p.m. on Monday, that moon does move into Capricorn. And the energy is really good for socializing right then. Monday and Tuesday, but of course Tuesday being St. Patrick's Day, now you're going to find that most places are not going to be having big St. Patrick's Day celebrations, so how can you celebrate it at home, right? But it's about taking the wisdom and the knowledge that you've gained and finding the gratitude in things and looking at what your principles are. Where's the foundation that you're going to build things on based on your principles from the knowledge that you've gained and from that attitude of gratitude, that higher vibrational energy. And the card you got was encouragement. And so I feel like you're going to be encouraged by the people around you. You're being encouraged by spirit. Encourage yourself if you have to, step into your power of who you are. Allow your higher self to wrap you up and say, you can do this. You can do this. And I know this is important because the next card you have is believe. And it says the best is yet to come. So pushing through the resistance. When that moon moves into Aquarius on Wednesday, that happens late Wednesday, 9/16. So really it's like Thursday, Friday energy, right there with that sun changing signs and everything. This is saying, don't forget you are protected, but there is a resistance to the surrender. What do you need to push through? What do you need to let go to surrender to the divine, to believe in what you're doing and what you're trying to create? It feels very creative to me. And so how do I so pushing through and listening to your higher self, listening to the people around you, stepping back without judgment, and listening to the guidance that you are receiving, songs you hear on the radio, conversations people are having. What is triggering that sense of inspiration that comes to you? Because there's something coming. And all right, so when we get to the weekend and the moon moves into Pisces, your fellow water sign, that's your 9th house. Your 9th house of long distance travel, long distance communication with spirit, research, knowledge. Okay, so expanding out. What do you need to know? What do you need to bring in? What do you need to release and let go of in order to allow these new ideas and information to come to you? And to help you to find the peace within. And so the card you have is boundaries. Saturn moves into Aquarius. Saturn rules boundaries and limitations. It moves into Aquarius, the air sign of no limits, no boundaries, right? And so all that feeling of being penned up that's kind of come with all this energy of Saturn hanging out in Capricorn for the last 3 years, now all of a sudden you can push that out of the way and you can expand out your thoughts to have vision for the future, to create the future for yourself by laying structures based on your personal principles. What a great opportunity. So there is going to be a need for a little peace and quiet and space for yourself come Saturday and Sunday. You're going to the energy is going to kind of want to have an escape because we've got Mars and Jupiter coming into conjunction with Jupiter on Friday, but then it comes into conjunction with the transformative energy of Pluto on Sunday. And so there's just there's expansion and transformation and action to do this in a really kind of confined area. And so it will be helpful and beneficial to find a space to sit down and journal, to create a little private time for yourself in the middle of all of this. And so the card, I'm laughing because you know I'm a Cancer sun, right? And so the card that is this recommendation for how to handle the this time with the outbreak of this COVID-19 that I pulled for you is going caffeine free. I have to say, I went to the store to stock up on caffeine. They can have the toilet paper, they can have the water. I went for my caffeine. So now I'm being told, don't drink it. Great. All right, it says, Dear Archangel Raphael, I ask that you cut my cords of attachment to caffeine so that I may honor my body's natural energy rhythms without chemicals. So this could be an opportunity to detox from caffeine because, well, you know, if you're at your house, you're not on the same schedules that you have when you have to get out there. And so maybe a couple of weeks going caffeine free will allow us to figure out how to just work with the sun is going to be out longer because we've hit that equinox on Wednesday, and so if you will join me, I will give it a shot too, and we can all touch base and see how that goes for us. All right. Okay, so I will see you back here Thursday. Take good care of yourselves. Do what you need to do to be healthy and safe, and I look forward to chatting with you for the season ahead, the monthly reading of Aries coming up on Thursday. All right, and you take care.